Hey everybody, this is Kohdok here, and after my last video, Knex said they would be willing to send me stuff, and I said, send me anything, so they sent me a bunch of their Super Mario stuff. They also sent me some of their Garden Warfare stuff. In fact, they sent me a lot of their Mario stuff, particularly these figures. They sent me a whole case of these. I have the whole set right here, and I have a bunch of leftovers. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Oh well, I have an idea. But anyway, Knex has actually had the Mario license for quite some time, actually, for several years, and I've actually been picking up several of the figures that I like as they come out, like the Peach and the Bowser here. So these are ones I actually picked up on my own and are not really going to be part of the set today. They're not in this collector series. I have them all set out right here, so I'm going to go into them in detail a little bit. These figures, they're a much larger scale than the kind Lego would make, and in fact, I believe the hands are designed to grip specifically the Knex-shaped pieces, as you can see here with Mario holding onto the handlebars of the motorcycle. It means that they're a lot larger than the Lego ones, and they're also a lot more sculpted pieces than if these had been Lego. I mean, they still have a lot of Lego similar traits with the folding legs and the grippy arms and the way the body goes together, but there are enough unique attributes, like things like this this dry paratroopa and Bowser right here. These all look great, and you could actually put them with like regular Lego guys, and these guys would be like to scale and tower over them. They have also put out a bunch of stuff for Mario Kart. This stuff is related to Mario Kart 8, and what an appropriate topic. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just came out for the Switch, although I haven't managed to get my hands on the Switch yet, so having some stuff here is great. That actually kind of gives me some hope that if we're lucky, Knex will give us some Splatoon Knex. Splatoon Knex would be awesome. Knex, please take notes. But anyway, here we have some of the minifigure characters. We also have the motorcycle set, we have the go-kart set, and of course we have the entire Series 9 right here that I can present you because they sent me a whole case of them, so let's take a closer look. And here we are, starting off with the Mario Kart 8 stuff, or I guess it would be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because that just came out for the Switch. Anyway, as you can see here, we have, these are both Marios, and Mario we have with his kart and with his motorcycle, and these sets are okay, I guess, between the two of them. The kart here, let's start with the kart here. The kart, I can't really say I'm a big fan of it because it looks a little bit strange. It's kind of a big shell, and as you guys know from when I've talked about Chima before, I like my sets to actually be really parts intensive, to actually look like nice and constructed, even with the Knex and their weird color-coded system. And the wheels are also comically kind of small. I mean, that is partly to facilitate a gimmick where you can actually switch out these regular wheels for the hover wheels, thus allowing the kart to switch modes, and you actually take the hubcaps off of here to fit them on there, and it can then cruise along with the other wheels. I mean, this one, it cruises along okay, but it just looks kind of goofy to me. I can't say I'm a big fan of it, especially since you basically have to strip off Mario's poor legs in order to get him to fit into the cart. You can take a look underneath. It's mostly made with Knex's sort of pseudo-Lego pieces, and I think this is kind of its biggest mistake, is that it uses so many Lego pieces that it just doesn't really feel that much like a Knex set anymore. And Knex's Lego pieces, they're made out of the same pieces as the Knex, which are designed to be really flexible. They don't make the best Knex pieces, but you still get some interesting pieces. The tailpipes are their own pieces. You have this fender back here, but there's also kind of this big, ugly gap in the back, so I can't say I'm a fan of the karts. The motorcycles, on the other hand, are friggin' awesome. The motorcycle here, it rolls freely, and it's nice and partsy. You can tell that a whole bunch of parts went into it. There are obviously Knex pieces for the handlebars. There are the free spinning wheels. You don't have to take off Mario's legs in order to get him to hold on. He grips onto the handlebars, and the coolest part is I don't have to disassemble the thing to switch it into hover mode. It actually has some clever little parts on here that allow them to rotate in order to switch into his hover mode. I don't have to do anything crazy. So while I'm not a big fan of the karts, but I just absolutely love these motorcycles with how cleverly they're designed. I mean, yeah, they use a lot of Lego parts too, but it's not like they're trying to secretly hide it with this giant pre-molded shell, which I am really not a fan of. This thing has some fairly intricate construction to it with how the handlebars and everything goes on. Both of them come with Mario. I think there are others. There's like, I think there might actually be a Donkey Kong one out there. I've seen Peach ones, there's Luigi ones, and Toad ones. They sent me the Mario ones so that I can do a much more easy comparison. There are some stickers. All of the M's that you see on here are stickers, so there is a little bit of extra detail to it, but all in all, Motorcycle is definitely worth a good buy. And here we have Super Mario Series 9. So this is the set of all 7 of them, included because I was able to get an entire case, and if you get an entire case, you're guaranteed to get all of them. And one thing you might notice on the box I have back here is it says like Rare and Elite, and up here, I don't know if you can see it, it says Common. So these things actually use a rarity system, and I don't know if I really agree with that on minifigures. I mean, Lego minifigures, they actually try to keep the number of characters equal in each box. It just depends on which characters become into demand and which ones are easy to find. And rarities are especially non-applicable when you can easily suss out what is in the packs, such as is the case here. So I don't know if rarity is such a good idea. I'll go into later why I don't think it's such a good idea, but this is the Super Mario Series 7. So it, of course, comes with your regular Mario, because of course it does, and they made him a common, which means you get like 6 per set, but I don't think many people are going to want to get regular Mario because he's so easy to find. Like, I've seen him in several sets, and like I demonstrated before, he also comes with his own go-kart and his own motorcycle. So Mario here is really, really easy to find. The same kind of qualifies for Toad, although I guess there's a bit of a novelty, as this is the blue Toad, aka the playable Toad from Super Mario 3D World, which is a fantastic game. Anybody who has bought a Wii U and does not have Super Mario 3D World, what is your excuse? Mine came bundled with the console, but it was an incredibly fun game. Anyway, we have Toad here. He's got his big ol' heads. He has of course, his short little feet. That's one thing I like about these figures. One thing they definitely do right is they are keeping everybody to scale. Luigi is taller than Mario. The princess is taller than Mario. It is all really, really nice. And our final comment over here is Canon Mario. Now, there were a ridiculous number of Canon Marios in my pack. I don't know if this is a new piece or something that can be excited for, but it's pretty much just a block with Mario's legs on the bottom, as well as a little projectile that you actually have to flick from behind in order to get to fire. It is, I don't know, it's really easy to suss out, fortunately, thanks to the fact that it's a giant honking cube inside of the blind bags. Yeah, these come in blind bags here, which comes with one character and the instructions. And starting with the rare characters, we have Mario Maker Mario, which, considering that Knex is a construction brand, I think is incredible, and they should have made him easier to get. A Mario Maker Mario makes absolutely perfect sense in a construction line where you can make your own Mario level. I don't know if they have him available in like some of the larger Mario sets, but I love him. He comes with a hard hat, a yellow hard hat, which I assume can be or I don't know if it can be put on some of the other Marios or not. I don't think I've tried removing the hats from these guys, but he also comes with a Hammer Bros hammer that he can build with. So this is a really nice figure overall, because unlike basically everybody else here, it also comes with an accessory, which is a huge plus. And of course, these pieces, you can mix and match them across the line for the most part. The upper and lower torsos will all mix, and you can have anybody carry this hammer. Now, the other rare we have, this one is actually, I think, really cool. It is Dry Paratroopa, which is Dry Bones also with wings. So, Dry Paratroopa here, I think he's a new setup of parts. I guess he's more worthy of being something that would be rare because he's just so darn cool. It is Dry Bones with wings. It is a really nice set, and it's not just, you know, like a Koopa Troopa that's been recolored. That would be lazy. No, they actually model in all of the bones and everything. He has the unique head, he has the unique shell and the wings, and it is all just really nice. And finally, making up our rare category is Fire Luigi. Now, Fire Luigi, unlike regular Luigi, has a white hat and shirt rather than the red hat and shirt, and he has green overalls as opposed to the normal blue. Yeah, it can be a little hard to tell because it used to be inverted. Mario used to wear red overalls and Luigi used to wear the green overalls, although I guess you could also argue that this is Super Mario Super Show Luigi, because that is how they dressed on the show, as they had the white shirts and the overalls. If you could get like a regular Luigi head, you have your Super Mario Super Show Luigi, and if I can get Fire Mario and strap this head on him, I got my Captain Lou Albano. So this is another rare one. I guess having a variant be rare is kind of okay, but the final one here, Bowser Jr., is a little inexcusable. This is Bowser Jr., and of course he has his famous scarf that allows him to transform into Shadow Mario, or at least he can do that in Super Mario Sunshine. I don't know if I've seen him do it since, but Bowser Jr. is our elite, which means he comes 1 per case. So out of this entire case, this whole box here, there will be only 1 Bowser Jr., and this is where I kind of take issue with the rarity, because the rare characters are basically 2 per case, versus the commons that are like between 6 and 8 per case, and the elite you only get 1 per case. So you're only going to sell a complete set to 1 person. So in my opinion, the fact that they're implementing rarities here is actually bad for business, because it means once people suss out the rares, then people are going to leave all the common ones alone. So I mean, it works in things like Shopkins, where you really can't tell what you're going to get, but you get like multiples per pack really cheap. But these things are like $4, $5, so even distribution might be a bit better. He is built a little bit like his dad in that he has a shell on his back, only unlike Bowser. Let me grab Bowser here. There we go. Only unlike the original Bowser, who actually has a hard shell, Bowser Jr.'s is actually made of a soft, rubbery material, and unfortunately that means it has a little bit of trouble staying in place. So there are some small issues with this. I mean, one of them is the fact that they just made him stupidly rare, but I still think he looks pretty neat. He looks nice and proportional. He's nice and small. All of these characters proportional, they look great. I really hope that they make it a bit easier to obtain some of these characters. So that is a look at Super Mario Knex. It's a brief one, but Knex actually sent me a bunch of stuff, not just this, and I will be back in a bit with Garden Warfare 2.